Hello and welcome to Santa Fe Matters. My name is Gilda Montano, and today our guest is Carol Branch. Carol Branch is here from the city of Santa Fe. Keep Santa Fe beautiful. Welcome, Carol.
Thank you, Gilda. Hello.
So we got, I would like to start off by giving everybody your title at the city. I know you're under Keep Santa Fe Beautiful. Tell us.
That's correct. Actually took over from Gilda. Gilda ran the program for 22 years, Keep Santa Fe Beautiful, and she handed the baton off to me. So it's nice to be here with her. I did sit on her board for 5 years prior to taking the position. And we're here to talk about the Great American Cleanup today, which is April 13th.
So you're under under Solid Waste Management or Environmental Services, sorry.
I am. I'm the program director for environmental services for the city of Santa Fe / director of Keep Santa Fe Beautiful. So I oversee a 501c3 and a board of directors.
And what other programs do you have under your title?
So I also have the anti-graffiti team.
Great.
So we're very busy.
You got a lot of stuff going on.
We do.
For sure, definitely. Well, graffiti is an issue that seems to be ongoing. I had hoped that by this time it had kind of not been so fun to do, but still happening. I see it around town. So I'm sure you're still busy with all of that and trying to keep up with keeping it down.
So yes, and unfortunately, as the weather gets warmer, we have graffiti taggers out there, and so our anti-graffiti team is very busy every day trying to wipe out the graffiti.
Yeah, it takes a lot. Well, good, thanks. So we have the Great American Cleanup coming up on Saturday, April 13th. This is a program that has been going on since Keep Santa Fe Beautiful started. So, gosh,
22 years.
Well, longer than that. So, yeah, it's been over 30 years now. So since 1984, I want to say, Keep Santa Fe Beautiful has been doing this annual cleanup. And I think it's great for the community. It really helps keep our community clean. We're trying to clean it up at least once a year. So give us details on how somebody could volunteer or participate in the Great American Cleanup.
So the Great American Cleanup is part of a nationwide day, and we coincide that with Earth Day. So it's a Keep America Beautiful initiative. And so this year we're having to do it a little bit early because Easter is so close to Earth Day. So what we do is we try to bring awareness of the damage that litter does, not only to our environment but to our beautiful community. So we try to get every neighborhood involved in cleaning up their own neighborhood. And this year we're really fortunate that we have a lot of the public schools. And so what they're going to do is during the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they're going to clean up along their schools, and then they're going to, on Friday, they're going to drag their garbage to a corner, a designated corner, and then Saturday, on the Great American Cleanup Day, we have staff picking up garbage at every corner that we know of. So the easiest way is if you would go to the Keep Santa Fe Beautiful website and go under events and sign up. That's the easiest way. So we know ahead of time how much staff to have and how many gloves and bags of garbage we're going to need for that day. So we have more than ever this year's neighborhoods signing up, which is very helpful. And on the day of the event, We are at our offices, which is 1142 Siler, and we open at 7, and we ask everybody to come pick up garbage bags and gloves and free t-shirts and breakfast, lots of goodies, and then take them back and clean up their neighborhoods.
Great. So right now you can go to the website, which is?
The Keep Santa Fe Beautiful website.
What is the keepsantafebeautiful.org? Is that what it is?
Let's see. It's, I believe it is, or you can just go to the City of Santa Fe website, and we're under public utilities, and you can sign up there for under events.
Okay, great. So anybody who is looking at maybe participating, if you want to get your neighborhood involved, this is a great opportunity for neighbors to come together and clean up their neighborhood and spruce it up and get ready for spring. I'm ready for spring. I'm tired of the cold weather for sure, and I'm ready to start doing some outdoor stuff. So this is a great opportunity. What about community service workers? I know that in the past, anybody who needed community service could actually come to this event, and you could assign them to an area. Is that still possible?
Yes, so if you have to do community service, if you would just come to our offices again at 1142 Siler on that morning, we can assign some areas that we know need cleaned up. And also, we're asking businesses. So if you work at a bank or Taco Bell and you need your area cleaned up, we would also encourage you. It's the best day to do it, just because we provide everything for you, and then we have staff to pick up your garbage, so you don't have to deal with that. So
That's great.
the garbage is bagged garbage, so that's
Right.
that's what we'll
That's
pick up.
what you're picking up. So businesses, again, like she said, if you're interested, you could have some employees go out and clean up for an hour or two and just put the bags out on the curb. And but you have to register, right? So you know where to pick the trash up.
That is correct. So we do have lots of city staff driving around, and it's just a lot more organized if we have a route that we know we're going to pick up the garbage.
Right, awesome. So again, that's Keep Santa Fe Beautiful under santafenm.gov, and they are under the Public Utilities Department, and you're looking for Keep KSFB events, and you can register there. So after you register, you still have to come on Saturday morning to pick up your bags and your gloves and your t-shirts?
That is correct, unless you are a public school, which they don't go to school on Saturdays.
Right.
So a lot of schools are picking up ahead of time, but you do have to come to our offices. Just let us know, and
Okay.
you can call us at 955-2215.
Yeah.
And we can make arrangements to give you bags and gloves ahead of time.
Okay, and that's Saturday, 7 to 9 a.m. at 1142 Siler Road. So that is the registration and pickup of all your bags and gloves, and the cleanup goes from 9 to 12. And then it looks like you're going to be having a picnic and activities to follow. So that's great for volunteers.
We are. We like to bring the community together and celebrate after the cleanup. So we are lucky to have the Nancy Rodriguez Center this year. So after you pick up your garbage, come on down to the Nancy Rodriguez Center and have lunch on us. And we have lots of prizes and giveaways and demonstrations for kids, and just other demonstrations on how to recycle right.
Great. So I know in the past we've had lots of businesses who donate food for the picnic. Is that still the case this year?
We're so grateful to have a community that gives back. So we do have, we'll have a really nice luncheon. We have lots of businesses that donate their food.
That is wonderful. Keep Santa Fe Beautiful has always been very lucky, and we have a lot of Santa Fe businesses who support Keep Santa Fe Beautiful and support the volunteers by feeding them and giving them some great stuff for this event. So it's wonderful. It's awesome. I'm glad to see that you're still doing beautiful things. So
I had a good teacher.
well, thank you. So along with that, You know, we have the transfer station and BERT, which is called the Buckman. It's short for Buckman Road Recycling and Transfer Station. And I know that they've always done their bit by having a weekend event. So can you tell us a little bit about what they're doing for the Great American Cleanup that weekend?
So it's called Trash Amnesty Day, and we're lucky that they partner with us on April 13th. So if you have garbage that you can't put in garbage bags, like if you have furniture or television sets, any electronics, bulky items, mattresses, you can take it to either station, and on that day you don't have to pay a fee.
Okay, so those items, those large items include appliances, furniture, mattresses, box springs, remodeling or building materials, carpet tiles, concrete, bricks, and metals. So electronics, that's most usually in November, right, during the HHW event
We do have a specific day.
for electronics and
Yes,
household hazardous
but on
waste.
this day they'll take it as well.
They will.
I believe so.
Okay. Well, we'll have to double check
Okay.
on that. But
Okay.
yeah, I think usually they just do that in November. This weekend is, the appliances is one of the things that they'll take, but I don't think that the electronics are included in this weekend, but you definitely want to call. And the number for the transfer station is 424-1850. And if you just go to the Scale House extension, they can tell you exactly what you can bring on that weekend. So with Keep Santa Fe Beautiful, they'll pick up all your bagged items. So everything that you clean up has to be bagged, and our crews will pick them up. If you have large items, then you can take them to the transfer station on Saturday and Sunday, not just on Saturday.
Right.
And you can take them and dispose of them for free. Now, I know some people don't have a way to get large items to the transfer station. So I know that the city used to offer a service where they would do a large item pickup. That's still possible. So you can call the main line, which is 955-2100.
I believe so.
Yeah, 955-2100. And you can schedule a large item large item pickup with the city of Santa Fe if you don't have a vehicle that you can load large items on and take to the transfer station yourself. And there's a small fee, but it's a great opportunity to get rid of stuff. All of this is awesome. A great time to get rid of and clean up.
Spring cleanup.
Yep, spring cleanup for sure. And you know, you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping your neighborhood and or other places that might need it. I know that we have trails that people enjoy throughout the year, and we've had volunteers who can go out on a trail and pick up there or.
Right, and so we have several areas that we are targeting. So if you don't have an area, you can just call or come by the office. Definitely come by on Saturday, and we can assign that to you. We're for the fall cleanup, we have 2 cleanups a year, the spring and fall cleanup. And for the fall, we were lucky to have the Demon cheerleaders, all 26 of them,
That's awesome.
come help us pick up garbage that day. So we challenged the Capitol High cheerleaders for the fall cleanup. So they're going to help us out, and they're going to concentrate on the south side where their school is.
That's great. I think that's awesome. I think that all
Teams.
cheerleading teams, football teams, all of them should get out there and take part in their community and help clean it up. I think that's wonderful. And, you know, and like you said, Capitol's working on their side of town where their school is, and they're taking pride in their area. So I think that's awesome. So I challenge all those teams out there to come and help keep Santa Fe beautiful and, you know, get out there and clean up.
Right. We also have all the leagues are actually required to help out clean up the place where they practice.
Their parks.
Right. So this year we have signed up more than ever. So they actually get a discount for agreeing to do their part to clean up. So if you haven't signed up yet,
Well, I know that the ordinance states that if those leagues don't sign up, then they don't get a permit. Is that still correct? Or?
that is correct, and we're going to crack down on them this
Yeah.
year. So please do your part.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, great. So one of the other things that you had mentioned, the activities that you are going to be working on or having at the picnic is Recycling Right. So tell us about your Recycle Right program.
So most of you know that China is no longer taking a lot of our recycling items. So that's changed the way we do things here in America. And so in order to properly recycle, we started a Recycle Right initiative. So it's very easy. It's empty, clean, and dry. So if you remember that, then it's easy to recycle. So of course, cans, and cartons, paper and plastic, as long as they're empty and as clean as they can be, then they're sure to be recycled.
Okay, so cans people usually rinse out. So you want to rinse them out, but make sure that they're dry before you put them in?
So you don't have to be that particular. Just if you find a can, say, and it's covered in mud, then you should probably just throw that one away. But and as long as you just empty your cartons out, like milk cartons or Coke soda cans, if they're just empty, then that's good. So if you have plastics with food on them, then you do want to rinse them.
Okay, rinse the food off.
Right.
Cardboard with pizza on them, pizza boxes. So the part where the cheese and the oil is stuck, you're throwing that away and just recycling the clean.
That is correct. So if you just want to rip them into, throw the, like you said, the soiled part away, and just you can recycle the clean
Great.
side.
And so we don't have no plastic bags in there, but we have our bag ban here in Santa Fe where everybody should be using reusable bags by now.
Right. So the plastic bags do get recycled, but only those are special, so you have to take those to a grocery store. What happens if you throw a plastic bag into the recycle bin is it gets caught in the machinery and it just causes havoc.
Yeah.
So if you're in doubt, it's best just to throw it out. So if you remember two things, when in doubt, throw it out, and empty, clean, and dry.
Okay. All right. So tanglers, tell us a little bit about tanglers. Those are things that you don't want in there either because they can cause havoc on the machinery. So tell us some of those that people might think, to recycle.
Okay, so like we talked about the plastic bags, that's considered a tangler as well. Believe it or not, people think that sometimes Christmas lights are recyclable, and they are not. We also have hose, garden hose that people throw out. Those are not recyclable, and they do cause havoc. If, like I said, when in doubt, just throw it out.
Okay, awesome. So these are and glass, of course, is always separate. We have, how many drop-off stations do we have?
We have 3 drop-off stations in Santa Fe, and where you can recycle your glass, and we sell that currently to Colorado, and they just it's the Coors Company, and it just goes from glass to glass, and so your wine bottles and your beer bottles and any glass gets
Right.
recycled.
I know that I've noticed that glass is coming back, so there's a lot more that you can buy in glass containers, drinks and so on and so forth. I actually prefer glass myself, so I know that glass is coming back.
We're having a comeback.
Yeah, we really are. So there are, and you can always go to the transfer station. They have bins out there also. And then we have the 3 drop-off locations, Siler Road, Kaya Lucia, and up by Fort Marcy, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, so, and then of course the transfer station. So yeah, there's lots of drop-offs for glass, so you don't have to throw it away.
And at those drop-offs, we also have places where you can recycle your cardboard and plastic as well.
Okay, and paper. I noticed here that it says do not bag recyclables. I know that's confusing for some people, because some people have a container with a bag in it, you know, because it's easier to just take the bag instead of the container to get rid of the recyclables. So you have to empty the bag out into the recycling?
You do. So what we want to stay away from is contamination. So when you have your recyclables, if you just empty the bag, and I just like to keep my recyclables in paper bags, so that if it accidentally gets thrown in, I know
okay.
that the paper is going to be okay.
Okay. What about, so paper, you just mentioned paper. We have newspapers, we have office paper that can go in there. Everybody at home nowadays usually has a printer, so they're going to have office paper there. I know a lot of people shred things, and shredded paper usually goes in a bag. So how does that work if you're putting it in your container to keep it from, like, you know, is that okay, or?
They do accept shredded paper as long as it's not in a bag.
Okay.
And any paper that's so easy to recycle, paper and plastics and aluminum cans, and those are the best recyclable materials.
And again, like she said, not only can you put them in your curbside, but you can take them to the drop-offs. The drop-offs also take cardboard and paper and plastic and that sort of stuff.
Right.
There, awesome. So lots of great things happening at Environmental Services. We have, again, the Great American Cleanup coming up on April 13th. They have registration from 7 to 9 a.m. at 1142 Siler Road. You can pick up your bags there, your gloves and your t-shirts, and have breakfast before you go out and clean up. Again, a great opportunity for you to get together with your neighbors, your church groups. I know that there have been church groups in the past. Kids needing community service, this is a great opportunity, or anybody who needs community service. This is a great opportunity to come out and get it and help your community out. So this is awesome. Again, also trash amnesty. So if you have more than you anticipated, because our yards can get full of trash and stuff, a great opportunity at the Buckman Road Recycling and Transfer Station. You can take garbage, bulky items like appliances, furniture, mattresses, box springs, remodeling or building materials, which is always nice, carpet, tiles, concrete, bricks, and metal. It's a great opportunity to take all of that and get rid of that and really clean up your yard. And recycle right. Make sure that if you have any other questions about recycling, this information's all on your website, correct? At santafenm.gov.
Right, and we also have a Facebook page.
Okay,
where
great.
you can.
And that's Keep Santa Fe Beautiful Facebook?
Yes, it is.
So yeah, if you have any questions about any of these, also you can call the number 955-2215, and Carol can give you any additional information that you might like. And is there anything else that you want to share with us that you guys are getting ready to do this?
Well, we started this week. We started composting at the senior centers in Santa Fe.
Awesome.
So the public schools in Santa Fe have a composting program where they get their food waste, and instead of letting it sit in the landfills, they compost it. And so since there are 11 senior centers in the city of Santa Fe, in the city and county together, we decided to start composting. And so we kicked off this Monday at the Mary Esther Gonzalez Center, which is the largest of the centers. And so then we hope to move it to every senior center in the city and then move to the county. And hopefully
That's
we'll go to
awesome.
restaurants and other places. So,
So tell us a little bit about, you said you were at the seniors, you started it there. So what are you showing these seniors? What exactly are they composting? How are you, because there may be somebody out there who really doesn't know anything about composting. So explain to us a little bit about what you're actually, how you're separating everything.
okay, so at all of the senior centers, they have congregate meals as well as Meals on Wheels. So, for instance, at the Meg Center, they cook between seven to 800 meals a day. So, besides the congregate, like I said, that they have Meals on Wheels. So, as they prepare, they have food waste, and then of course if the seniors don't eat their food, they have food waste as well. So instead of just taking it to the landfill where it causes horrible methane gas, we then will pick it up and take it to one of our centers where we have our composting, and it gets processed, and in about 14 months with water and other additives, then we actually sell it as compost. So it makes the best compost for your gardens.
So, so you're having it separated at the senior
We're having the
centers?
seniors separate their food waste from their garbage, and we also recycle their milk cartons.
Okay.
And so
And then the city's picking that up?
we are
and
picking it
taking
up.
where?
We take it to Caja del Rio, where we have our own compost bin there, and that's where we take it. And in 14 months, it's ready to be sold.
So it's going out to the landfill then?
Yes, yes.
And we have somebody out there turning dirt and,
Yes, we do. That's a partnership with one of the nurseries. I think is it Peyton's?
pains?
Payne's. Started that years ago.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's wonderful. So we're looking at now doing something with our food waste, which is awesome because how much space does that take in the landfill?
Well, it takes at least 25 to 28%. I think in some areas the numbers are a lot higher, but that's a huge percentage of the landfills. If you figure just 25% of the landfills are filled with food waste.
Wow.
If we can keep that out and instead turn it into a product that we can use.
Right. And so now you're working with, like you said, the senior center. You're looking at providing this for businesses?
Yes, we're hoping to take that on to other businesses. Like we'd like to do it also at the community college here. And so, but we have a really small staff, so it's going to take us a
Right.
while to get to all those places. But we would also like to encourage restaurants to compost as much as they can.
And what about residents? Is there a way for residents to drop off or?
So you can, or you can, if you have a yard, you can compost.
Do your own
You can
composting.
do your own composting. And it's a little bit different. Like the transfer station, does take meat and dairy, and if you do it in your own backyard, then you have to be a little more selective with what you put in there. So, but you can just Google anything. You can call us. We'll give you information on how to compost yourself in your own backyard. And
That's great. Awesome. Well, again, keep Santa Fe beautiful, doing beautiful things. The Great American Cleanup, April 13th, 7 to 9 a.m. is registration at 1142 Seiler Road. So you definitely want to participate in that. And they give you everything and they pick up your trash for you. So that number, if you need additional information, is 955-2215. We have Trash Amnesty the same weekend, the 13th and 14th, at the Buckman Road Recycling and Transfer Station. If you would like additional information about that, you can call them at 424-1850. Any questions about recycling or the new composting program, I would go to the city website, santafenm.gov, and look under the Public Utilities Department for Environmental Services Division, and all your information is there. So,
Right. Public Utilities, Keep Santa Fe Beautiful events, and you can sign up there.
yep, awesome. Well, thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Gilda.
Hope to have you back with more exciting stuff going on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today.